Hello everyone, it's Thursday, September 10th, it's 2:56. I actually recorded this chart earlier. I recorded this trade live so you could see how a line break chart unfolds and trades, and you can see it sold off a lot after this, and I just wanted to talk about this because this is going to be separate from Trader Jim's video. I also have a video from Trader Jim, but because this unfolded and took like 20 minutes, I'm going to make this a separate video. But what I wanted to point out here is I wanted to talk about times of day and how important time of day is. And if you look at this 5-minute chart, here's the open. So the market often trades on the half hour. So this is 9:55 right here. And then, so this is 10 o'clock. And then if you go to 10:30, one bar later was kind of the high of this move. You know, there was kind of consolidation here, but it was just a bar later that it rolled over. Okay, so that's 10:30, and then that brings us to 11 o'clock. And so here was this kind of low point. So a low at 11 o'clock, a high at 10:30, a low at 10 o'clock. And then from here, that brings us to 12 o'clock. Right here is the high of this move. That's 11:55, and it rolled over after that. And then down over to, now it's 12:30 bar. Remember, this is a 5-minute chart, so right here is the 12:30 bar. And a low was made here within 10 minutes of that, and then back up here to the 1 o'clock bar, which is essentially right here because 5-minute bar, so this bar closed at 1 o'clock and rolled over here. And then this consolidation here is 2 o'clock, and then this low here is 2:30. So the way the market trades on the half hour, if you ever want to start the auto trader at highs and lows in the market, a good benchmark is to trade on the half hour, or 5 or 10 minutes either side of it will often be a high or low in the market. So to set the auto trader to go long or short only, today the bias is down, but big volatility in the market. When I bring over the Fibgrid, before I bring over the Fibgrid, this is a 1-minute chart, and there's a reason why I have this chart start trading at 5 minutes to 2. And the reason is because it's time of day. At 2 o'clock, it's often a high of the day or a turning point where the market either goes down or low. So, right here at the 2 o'clock bar was this high, and then I had this checked. I had this on shorts only, actually. This was like this, and I turned it off. But this has a $1,000 goal, and just this short of a move is $1,000 in the NQ on 2 contracts. Now, this is my sim account. Tomorrow I'll probably trade my live Leeloo account. I just got it all squared away. Now here is the Fibgrid, and so far today we're at 1,700 ticks is the range. Yesterday was 1,716, so we're almost at yesterday's range. And on that line break trade, the market was coming down here, and I had looked at the Fibgrid, and I thought at 100% of the weekly range it would stall here, and there was some overshoot, and then it dropped from there, and it went to the this was 100% of the daily range, and then it went to the weekly 50% and 150%, where it kind of traded back and forth. So once again, the Fibgrid, here's today's open, and it just went to 25% of the daily range, and then rolled over from there and retraced to 50% of the daily range, came back up, tested the open, And notice this kind of sideways action around the weekly open, and it couldn't stay above the weekly open. And once it kind of tested the daily open and then rolled over below the weekly open, this is where the market really accelerated to the downside. This failure up here is notable as this first acceleration down. There's really good market structure on the 5-minute chart. You know, you have a high, a lower high, a high, a lower high here, and then a lower low and a lower high, and then we have a lower low. And I suspect, being that it's an hour into the close, that it will sell off into the close as market is under pressure. Hello everyone, today is Thursday, September 10th. I have a live LineBreak trade in progress here, and this has, I believe, a $2,000 goal. So it was about $1,000 in profit right here, $1,100. So if this comes down to test this low, we'll hit our $2,000 goal. And you can see we did retrace, and here's our stop loss, so we didn't get stopped out. So I'm going to let this play, and you can see how a line break chart looks when it's trading. as you can see, tremendous volatility when you go up in these time frames. Just a lot of volatility in the current market environment. When I show this, I'm going to bring over the Fibgrid and show the volatility on the day, which is quite high today. I also want to note that on a line break chart, it's easy to see market structure. You can see a low, a high, a higher low, another high, a higher low, and then this kind of action is a transition. In the bigger picture, what we have is a series of lower highs and lower lows, and then this kind of broke that pattern. But in the larger picture, this was a lower high. In this degree here, so you have a high, a low, a lower high, a low, and a lower high. So there's small, medium, and large degrees of trading of time frames in looking at the market structure. So it looks like we hit our goal here as this slid down as I was explaining that. So sorry about that. But this came down, and a $2,000 goal on a line break chart, but not without great volatility, where you had there was $1,000 of profit right here on 2 contracts, and it came all the way back to negative. And then same here, it was quite a bit of profit here, and then volatility brought it back, but it did hit its goal here. So pretty impressive on the line break chart, and it doesn't matter time of day. This can be traded at virtually any time of day.